There's a magical mantra that if you keep this in mind, you remember this, you remind yourself of this, you make this a daily practice to recite this and keep it in your energy, will start to help you remove neediness from your life almost completely. Because when it comes to neediness, so much of our neediness comes from this idea that we need to get love outside of us, or we have something to prove, or something else. And we feel the need to defend our position. We feel the need to prove something to others. And so this mantra is so simple and something that helps me be reminded of this truth and able to move forward with my life doing the things that I do. Because so many people, they are prevented, or I shouldn't even say prevented, they stop themselves from shining their light because of the judgment of others, because of goop, the good opinion of other people. How many times in your own life have you not gone through with an inspired idea, or you've changed your actions, the way you thought, the way you spoke, because you were afraid of what other people would think? And so the mantra simply goes like this, and it's one I remind myself on a near daily basis. It's nothing to defend, nothing to prove, nothing to conquer. Nothing to defend, nothing to prove, nothing to conquer, or whatever order you want. I like nothing to prove, nothing to defend, nothing to conquer. At the end of the day, guys, you have nothing to prove. We're going to go through each one. You have nothing to prove. You are a divine, infinite, co-created being. You are source. We all are. You have nothing you need to prove to someone. And typically when we think we have to prove something, it's because we are trying to get love from something outside of us. We are trying to get some kind of validation. And this is because a lot of us have grown up on conditional love. Probably 99.9% of the planet was raised on the idea of unconditional love, not unconditional love. If 99.9% of the planet was raised on unconditional love, we'd be living in a totally different reality, unrecognizable from the one we are in, even though the one we are in, I still believe, is incredibly beautiful. However, most of us were raised on conditional love. And so we have this thing within us that feels like we need to prove things in order to get love. I'll give you an example from my life. You know, I've played football, soccer my entire life, and I would see that people thought I was really good at this. I thought, you know, I'm really good at this, and when I play football well, I get love for it. People praise me. I'm a good boy. I'm doing well, right? And so I would associate love to doing well at sports or doing well at certain things, especially football. And so it would dictate my mood all the time. If I played poorly, I would feel unloved. If I played well, I'd get I'd feel that conditional love that was very fleeting. But now that I'm in the route, or I'm in the route, going down the route of nothing to prove, I know that whether I play well or not, doesn't matter. I have nothing to prove. I have no love to gain. I am love. Love is not something that someone can give or take away from you. Conditional love is, I wouldn't even call that love, I would just call it validation. Yes, people can take or give validation, but you have nothing to prove. You are a divine, infinite, co-creative being. You are singing with God co-creatively in this life, creating your life as you go. This beautiful tapestry, painting, movie of your life. There is nothing you have to prove. Next, there is nothing you need to defend. You do not need to defend why it is that you do something. You just need to go down your heart path, and you don't need to stop along that path to turn around and tell the others who are not going down their heart path, hey, the reason I'm doing this is X, Y, and Z. The reason I'm doing that is X, Y. Oh, you don't approve of that? Okay, I'll come back down the other path. I'm going to go away from my heart path. No, there is nothing you need to prove, and there is nothing you need to defend. You do not need to defend anything. Again, we defend our actions, what we do, in order to appease the good opinion of other people. Because then we think like, oh, if they just understand and can see it from my perspective, then maybe they will see that what I'm doing is whatever, right? But you have nothing to defend. People, especially those that are at a lower level of consciousness, that are not benevolent, who are malevolent, are going to have all sorts of opinions about what you're doing. They're going to have all sorts of reasons to shooting down what you're doing. And especially when you start moving away from the pack, there are going to be people who try and shoot you down just so you don't get further away from the pack because it makes them uncomfortable. You'll get people who try and get you to defend your position because they like being able to box you into a certain category, and you're starting to leave the box. And they're like, I don't know how to contain you. I don't know how to hold you. I don't know what to associate you with. And so why are you doing this? I need to know. I need more information. I need to know which box to put you in, this one or that one. Defend your position. Where do you stand? And you have no obligation in actuality to give someone a reason to put you in one box or another, or to defend your position, unless you choose to. but there is nothing you have to defend. And lastly, nothing to conquer. Again, a lot of us are raised on this idea of we need to go out there and conquer things. We need to go out there and succeed at things. We need to go do X, Y, and Z. And we need to do that through a competitive way. You know, for me to succeed, I need to conquer another. For my business to succeed, I have to take out the competition, right? For me to be fulfilled, this person cannot be. And that's just not true at all either. You know, we live in a cooperative universe, and if you study the laws of the universe and how the universe actually works at both a micro and a macro scale, you can even look at this in your own life, you'll realize that it operates on a law of coherence and cooperation. You can find examples of the competitiveness as well, but when you chunk up to a higher perspective, you'll realize it's actually more about cooperativeness. You'll realize that when you get to chunk up to oneness and other such similar ideas. Right? It is a cooperative universe, and it can become incredibly cooperative with you when you start embracing that more. And so there's nothing for you to conquer. Again, you've already won. You are here. You are here to express yourself as the divine being that you truly are. There's nothing you have to prove, nothing to defend, and especially nothing to conquer. So that's an idea I wanted to share with you today, one very close to my heart. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Remember, you are loved, and I'll see you in the next one.